What's going on, everybody on YouTube? This is Christian Brindle. We are just a couple of days before October 1st, which in my eyes is technically when the beginning of the Medicare open enrollment period really starts. And the reason for this is because even though you can't make a change on your plan until October 15th, and that goes from October 15th through December 7th if you have a Medicare Advantage plan or a Medicare prescription drug plan, October 1st is when the specific plans actually start to make advertisements known. They announce the changes on their particular plans, and it's really when people on Medicare start receiving advertisements, seeing commercials, getting things in the mail, receiving phone calls in certain situations if they've filled out information online or something like that. So in my eyes, I've always looked at it like the Medicare open enrollment period really begins on October 1st of each and every single year. And as we are just a couple of days away from it, just shortly after the weekend, today is Thursday, September 26, 2019, as I talked to you about this, I had a couple of last-minute thoughts that I wanted to share with you going into the enrollment period if you're a person that's on Medicare. And that is, the enrollment period is for a couple of different things. The enrollment period is clearly to make sure that you have the best available plan for you going into the next year. If you have a Medicare Advantage plan or a Medicare prescription drug plan, that is what the Medicare enrollment period really is for more than anything else. But if you have a Medicare supplement plan and you want to change to a Medicare Advantage plan, or vice versa, if you have a Medicare Advantage plan and want to change to a Medicare supplement plan with original Medicare, the enrollment period is also a time period to do that. But more than anything else, if you have a Medicare Advantage plan or a prescription drug plan, I'd say 90% of people that make changes during the enrollment period are doing so because they're revisiting their Medicare Advantage plan or their prescription drug plan because they go through changes each and every single calendar year, and these changes are announced on the 1st of October each and every single year. So obviously you want to revisit your plan. You want to make sure that your plan is the best available plan for you going into the next year after the changes. And if you're on a plan that you particularly like that doesn't go through much changes, then it's probably not as big of a deal, although I still recommend having your prescription coverage checked because the formularies can go through changes each and every year as well. But it's not just a matter of plans. Don't get me wrong, the plans are important, but it's also very, very important, in my personal opinion, that you're working with an agent or a broker that you can believe in and that you can trust going forward. And in my opinion, for those of you who don't know who I am, if this is your first time watching a video of mine, I own a brokerage, a Medicare brokerage, where we work with many, many people in multiple different states on their Medicare health plan. And we partner with all of the largest insurance companies in the industry to help people find the best possible plan to suit their needs and preferences. So in my personal opinion, the enrollment period is also to reevaluate your plan, one, but number two, to reevaluate your broker and to see if your broker is meeting your needs specifically. Because whether you like to think so or not, your particular broker gets compensated year in and year out, whether they're helping you or not, to provide you extra service. Now, what is your broker supposed to be doing for you? Well, in my personal opinion, and I can only compare other brokerages with what we do, all of my personal clients have a 24-hour response guarantee. Whether they send us an email, whether they call us and leave us a message, they have a guarantee to hear back from us within 24 hours. We've only broke that one time in my entire career. And of course, I can't do this. I can't keep up with all of our clients all by myself. Obviously, I have staff to help me with these things and to assist me. We're a well-run organization like that, where it's not just me trying to be a one-man band. It's very important that we have help to do these things, and that's where the staff comes in. We have the best staff in the whole world, in my personal opinion. But response time. If you call your broker, from your experience, are you confident that your broker will get back to you in a timely manner or get back to you at all? And if your answer to that isn't a resounding yes, then it might be a good idea to reevaluate your broker this Medicare enrollment period. I don't know of any other brokerages that actually have that 24-hour guarantee other than ours. We may be one of the few, so keep that in mind. But also you want a brokerage that, in my opinion, is a Medicare specialist brokerage. If you're working with a brokerage that does car insurance, auto insurance, life insurance, investment products, everything like that, they're probably stretching themselves a little thin. And the reason why I say that is because Medicare is a complicated, ever-changing industry. They cannot keep up with all of the changes, with all of the different industries, as effective as someone that's really focused on one particular industry and being the best in that one industry and doing the best job for you with that one particular product line of yours. We do some life insurance on our end, some other products, but we don't stretch ourselves too thin. I'd say 95% of every client we have is a Medicare client, and that's really our specialty. That's what we do. Like I said, if you haven't watched any of my material before, I host a podcast called the Everything Medicare Podcast, which is probably the most popular Medicare-centric podcast on the internet. You can find it anywhere podcasts can be listened to. You can find it here on YouTube. You can find it on Apple Podcast. You can find it on Stitcher, Google Cast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, amongst many, many other places. And also, I've published 2 books on the topic of Medicare. The first being the ever popular Medicare Guidance: Picking the Plan for You. I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Medicare. I know my stuff when it comes to Medicare. I have satisfied clients when it comes to Medicare. We have a 99.9% satisfaction rate, so that's how you know we do a good job taking care of our clients. And it's not just during the enrollment period. It's January 1 through December 31st. If your agent isn't doing a good job to take care of you, and when I say take care of you, I mean they're available to be able to call. Like I said, for us, it's a 24-hour response guarantee. Normally, we can get back to people before 24 hours have even come close to passing. But 24 hours is our longest turnaround time. But what they should be doing throughout the year is answering questions when you have them come up, because most people aren't experts on their plan right off the bat. Some people have learning curves. Some people can't remember everything that was told to them. So answering questions, number 1. Number 2, helping with claims, because no matter, you could be perfect. You could do everything right with your Medicare plan, and you could still have issues arise because of billing issues. Nowadays, with all of the complications with the coding and the computer systems and everything that involves billing, it's very easy for a billing mistake to happen no matter what insurance you have. We can help with that. Again, we can help with those issues, and we probably go above and beyond what's expected of you to help with billing and to help with claim issues and just to be there to lend a hand. In some situations, we can talk to the insurance company on your behalf for you if you like us to. There's a tremendous amount we can do, and people are always amazed. But no matter how much I talk up how good our service is, people are always surprised at how good it really is. It's always more than they were expecting. And that's what you should look for in a broker. Not only that, if you have a Medicare Advantage plan or a Medicare prescription drug plan and your plan is going through dramatic changes, we pick up the phone every October and we will call every single, what we do is we call every single client of ours that has a Medicare Advantage plan, whether the changes are big or small, and we keep them up to date on if their plan is still the best plan going into the next year. We do that the first 2 weeks of October. And if they have a Medicare prescription drug plan, if it's going through dramatic changes, we reach out to those people as well. I have a Medicare newsletter where every single person on it, a client of mine, gets monthly updates on their Medicare plan. Just changes happening throughout the year in the Medicare world. We just have a commitment to keeping you up to date on things and making sure that you're empowered so that you know all the information that's out there. We also do a good job of cutting through false information because there's a lot of bad false information out there. So in my opinion, folks, where I'm going with this is it's not just your Medicare plan that you need to reevaluate this enrollment period. It's your agent as well. Because having a good agent opposed to having a bad agent, the difference is extreme. One person A could have one plan, person B could have the exact same plan, person A could have a great agent, person B could have a non-existent agent, and person A is going to have a much easier time navigating their plan and getting issues resolved if there were any, and getting their questions resolved and just getting the proper service that they need. I encourage you to make sure that you have a great broker this enrollment period. If you live in the states of Utah, where we're located, Florida, Oregon, or Idaho, those are the 4 states that we're licensed to work with people in, and we represent all of the major insurance companies in all of those states. We'd be happy to talk with you. If you feel like you could use some of the service that we provide, the pleasure would be all mine to be able to talk with you give our office a call at 801-255-5340. Again, 801-255-5340. Again, the name of my company is Christian Brindle Insurance Services. Also place our phone number down in the description if you missed it. Thank you so much for watching this video and taking the time to invest in yourself, and I hope you have a fantastic, successful enrollment period where you're being empowered. Have a great day.